Hey, my Facebook friends. Hey, my Facebook friends. It's your girl, Chanel Monique. She can say it again, ChanelMonique.com. Again, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. You got to say it for folks one more time so they can get it in their head. They can remember to go to Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. I want to welcome you guys to Woman Worship Wednesday. I got one of my good sisters on. I'm going to just tell you, listen, we've been friends for forever. And I'm going to just tell you, we no matter what, how long we don't talk, we still come back together and we get like never before. Like we ain't even missed a beat. And so I do got my sister Nameica of Nameica Speaks. So let me just tell them who you are and a little bit about yourself, and then we're gonna go into detail about all the great things that you doing, sis, because I want them to know who you are and all the events that you got planned and that how they can become a part of it. Tell them a little bit about who you are.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, girls. Hey, and guys. Thank you, Chanel, for having me tonight. And it's always a pleasure to collaborate with you and just have girl talk with you. So I'm happy to be here on your platform tonight. Thank you again. I am Nameica of Nameica Speaks & Co., personal development and content creation services company, and the founder and author of Girl Affirm Yourself and the Girl Affirm Yourself Creu, where we support the daughters and mothers of absentee fathers.
That roll right off your lips. Like, listen, I know who I am. Let me affirm you who I am, girl. Girl.
Girl, affirm yourself.
Let me affirm you who I am. So first I want to talk about, how did you come up with your Nameica Speaks? Tell me a little bit about how you came up with that and how that got formed.
I launched Nameica Speaks in 2016 based off of just that, Nameica speaking. So, when you first start speaking and coaching and operating in your gifts, you try to come up with a name that's unique, right? So Nameica Speaks is what people would say in my comments when I would post or do any type of motivational, transformational, messages. And when I would go out to speak, people would say, "Speak, Nameica," or, they would make those comments. So I said, Nameica Speaks. That's it. When Nameica speaks, the people listen. so that's where Nameica Speaks birthed from. So in 2019, I started writing. I started doing more than just speaking. I began to utilize my gift of writing and creating content for other business owners, right? So I added the "and co" because I not only speak and do workshops, seminars, and, personal development consulting, but I also do copywriting, ghostwriting, editing, and literary works. So Nameica Speaks became Nameica Speaks & Co. A content development division was added to Nameica Speaks.
Okay. And then tell me about you becoming a personal development consultant. I know that we're gonna go over everything. I know we wanted to go to your first affirm, the girl affirm you, but I want to definitely you tell us about that because the background leads to what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm. So personal development has always been my thing. Making sure that the people that I'm assigned to know who they are, why they are here, and to tap into that personal power that will lead them into the places that they desire to go. I started off as a purpose coach under the Nameica Speaks brand and doing one-on-one consultations, and it led up until I said, I don't want to call myself a coach anymore. I'm consulting. And I looked at everything underneath the umbrella of consulting. And I'm not really big on all the titles because, we use them, but it's about the work that I do. And consulting with women of different types, of different calibers, different industries. Majority of them are women like myself who are in the creative industry, right? And I said I would prefer to be recognized as a consultant more so than a coach. So that's just how I came up with the personal development consulting, because that's what I that was my expertise.
Oh, well, I love it. And we got a little echo. See,
I don't hear it.
let me see.
Do you?
Oh, now we back to the little bit normal because
Okay.
we got to get this right sometimes. It happens, technical issues and stuff like that, but we're going to work through this thing. And then I know you said you have become a certified fatherless daughter advocate. Tell us about that. How did that come about? What made you want to go ahead and do this? I could and be a father, but it's something amazing because a lot of women are dealing with the not having a father. Me myself, I battle with that in my mind. Like it's like, why wouldn't my father want to be a father to me? To me,
Wow.
yeah.
Never knew
So
that as much as we talk.
yeah, we gonna go into
Chanel,
it. But as soon as you tell me about how you became in it, we definitely could go more in detail because it's
yeah, let's go detailed. Okay, so the world knows it as daddy issues. As you can see behind me, I have it in big bold letters because when you say the fatherless daughter syndrome, people are not going to recognize that term, right? Let me tell you how God gave it to me. I was sitting in my garage one night and I was emotionally distraught about some experiences I was having with my daughter. So let me back up a little. I'm not what you would classify as a fatherless daughter because I grew up in a two-parent home. My father was very present, very active, a great provider. But let me say this. Under the training and certification, I learned that we can be fatherless daughters even if our fathers were in the home
mm-hmm.
because they can be emotionally unavailable. My father was not, so to speak, emotionally unavailable, but there was some dysfunction that carried on with me that I developed some characteristics of the fatherless daughter syndrome that I was unaware of.
Mm.
So let's fast forward to me sitting in my garage, thinking about my daughter and all of everything that I was dealing with her. She went from an totally A student to not caring about her grades. Some other character flaws. And I began to pray, like, why is this happening? Why is she changing? What's going on? And I was sitting in the garage one night and something said, and we like to say something, but we know it's the Holy Spirit, fatherless daughter syndrome. I had never heard that term in my life. So I started Googling and YouTubing, and I never stopped. I never stopped. And when I looked at all of the characteristics, all of the signs and the traits, she was displaying all of them.
Wow.
Majority of them, I will say. And then as I went on to study and develop in the area and gain the knowledge and the understanding of what to look for, I realized what God was showing me through social media, through the post, through the women who were crying out. But this didn't just start. I didn't know it was the fatherless daughter syndrome. I just knew I had a gift to look into the eyes of a woman and tell when something was wrong. I knew I had a gift. People would reach out to me back in the day and ask me questions about situations in life. But I had to go through some of those experiences before I was able to actually identify and relate to them, right?
Yeah.
We can empower and motivate people and make them feel good, but if you cannot relate to what that person has experienced, you can't really help them.
Come on,
And
Sam.
giving them what one of the prophetess in my life likes to call itchy ears. I'm not here to satisfy itchy ears, right? She
Yep.
says that all the time, I'm not just going to tell you what makes you feel good and to satisfy your flesh. And that's what I was doing, just motivating back in the day. Yeah, it was good for me to give an encouraging word to a young lady when she reached out to me. But if I had never experienced low self-esteem, I could never be as confident as I am today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So also as a confidence catalyst, I know that I am called to help those who have that low self-esteem. But you know what? Until we get to the root cause, until we determine what's causing that low self-esteem, until we dig below the surface level, because see, the world has taught us to deal on the surface level. Everything is, you got to look good, you got to get your body snatched, you got to wear, a ton of makeup, we got to lay our edges, and I tried to lay my little edges tonight, but if you yeah, you got yours laid, girl. If we do not tap into what's causing the dysfunction on the inside, we can never really feel good. We can never really be good, right?
Yeah.
So when I discovered what the fatherless daughter syndrome was all about, when I discovered what the fatherless daughter really meant and how it was just very visible in the world to us who know what it is when I decided to further educate myself on it. I took the classes myself. So during the training, I took the classes and the courses, the evaluation, and everything that was offered myself so that I can see which fatherless daughter I identify with. There are different types of fatherless daughters. I found out that I identify with the superhero, the superwoman fatherless daughter, always striving to achieve success. I won't go as deep as I could go into it, but there are many of us out there that way. Nothing wrong with striving for success. But when it becomes your number one priority and you're so bent on achieving because you're looking for daddy's approval. There was an area in my life. See, I talk about my dad a lot, but I didn't talk about the areas where there was a time that he disapproved or didn't affirm me. And I showed up as the superwoman, right? Because deep down, it was daddy's approval that I needed, right? In the areas that he didn't affirm me, right? So, girl, affirm yourself is you have the power through the Holy Spirit to affirm yourself, whether your biological father is present or not, because our Heavenly Father has already affirmed us, right? And so we use the power. We use the power of the spoken and the written word through speaking life, believing what we speak, acting on what we believe, and through the power of journaling and manifesting, we can then live the life of abundance and fulfillment that we desire once we have taken that journey of healing.
I hope the women are getting what they need from this, because you definitely, giving us dropping some jewels on it. Because which you just covered, like me going through that with my father, I just noticed this year that I had a problem with that. I just noticed when I started looking at myself and I was like, what is it that is keeping you at this place, Chanel? And it was trying to get the recognition, approval of my father that I never would get. I I never would get it. And it was trying to get that, trying to understand, why he didn't wasn't in my life, what was going on with him. I even reached out to some of his sisters to try to understand what it is that my father did, because a girl needs their father. I'm gonna just tell you that now. That makes a huge difference in their life if they have their father, but it makes a huge difference in their life if they don't. It's an emptiness that most women don't talk about. They don't talk about that the surface, what the surface was, and that's the surface. That's the childhood trauma. And I thank God for you doing that, because most women need to understand, that situation with their father in order to be able to love a man, or have a man love them properly. If they don't understand what caused them to go that way, why are my issues, why I get mad, why I don't feel like I need a man, why I don't, it's just some of those times that women go through, they don't understand why, and that's the surface. It's the surface.
Yes, most definitely. You hit it right there. A girl's identity is found in her father.
Father.
No matter how much the mother is there, it doesn't matter what she does, she can instill everything. She cannot instill in a girl what a father can. A girl's first love, a girl's first example of what a man should be like is her father.
Yeah.
Right? She's either going to go one or two ways, and it's going to be extreme until she learns to stop trying to fill that void.
The
And
voice.
the first way is she's going to be so determined
Mm-hmm.
not to date a man like her father that she's going to attract him.
Yep. Say it
Trust me. She's
again.
going to be so determined not to date a man like her father, but unconsciously, because that residue is still lying there and she has not healed. She has not forgiven. She doesn't even know how, right?
Yeah.
And she's going to automatically attract those type of men into her life unknowingly.
Yep.
Right? Dysfunctional relationships. And towards the end, I'm going to give you a few of the signs and the characteristics of a fatherless daughter so our audiences can know.
But we
You
got to
know,
talk about you have the actual society or organization. So tell them about that, because that's very important right now that you tell them about that, because this is where they need to, I need to get in it because I know my issues. Like I do I know exactly what my problem is, and most women don't know how to look for help. But you said you're going to give them a couple clues. But tell them about your organization, about your the for the fatherless women. Tell them about that for me.
yes. So, drum roll. This has been a long time coming. I launched. So, for those of you who are familiar with seeing me promote the Go Friends Brunch, it is the Girl Affirm Yourself Go Friends Brunch, and the theme for 2022 in January was transforming emotional traumas into triumph, helping you increase your confidence, get clarity, confidence, and increase your cash. Because a lot of people don't know that the reason we can't get our money right is because of that underlying issue that we need to dig up, root up, heal, and get and cast out and get rid of. And the reason why we can't get our coins right
Come
is
on.
because we don't have clarity
Come
and we
on.
lack the confidence and we need strategy. And no matter how many classes, how many courses, how many master workshops, masterminds you attend, if you do not master the inside and get rid of the residue and stop trying to fill those voids, you will repeat cycles and cycles and cycles.
That's right.
So what I did was formed an organization called the Girl Affirm Yourself Creu. And the Creu is for we are confident, we are resilient,
Come on.
we are exquisite, and we are unique. We are not worthless. We are valuable. We are not hindered. We are none of the things that people classify us as when they say, oh, she got daddy issues. Yes, it is a real thing. But just like any other dysfunction in our lives, we can clean that up. We
That's
can
right.
clear it. All we need to do is find the right support system, right? And I'm here to interrupt cycles and patterns.
Come on.
Interrupt cycles and patterns to help our women and our girls understand why they are dealing with the issues in their lives that they're dealing with, and show them the proper way to heal. And it doesn't take all your life. Now, we know healing is a continuous process, right? It is forever. We heal in one area, then we have to heal in another, then we have to heal in another. But you can get a hold of the dysfunction that is caused by the absence of your father. So the Girl Affirm Yourself Creu is a social organization that consists of women who have either been raised without their biological fathers emotionally or physically present in the home, or they're currently raising or have raised daughters of absentee fathers, such as myself. Again, I had a biological father in the home. There was some dysfunction that I learned was a trickle down effect on the reason why I was repeating cycles. And I'm still working on it, right? I'm still working on it. And every woman that has signed up for the organization signed up because they are aware that they have daddy issues, just as you stated, right? And we support each other. We gather as a unit in sisters in unity to spread awareness, to raise awareness in our communities of the fatherless daughter syndrome and how we can aid in helping by providing resources, tools, and emotional support.
Yes. And that's what we healing. Can you hear me?
I can. I was trying to find the broadcast on your page to share it.
Oh, it's not Woman Worship Wednesday. It's yeah. Yeah. I
Girl, it's pre-recorded, girl. Don't mind me. I didn't even realize you said Woman Worship Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay.
this is what live do, right? This is what
Right. This is what live do. Okay.
this is
Gotcha. Ding dong. Slow moment. Slow moment. I was
no,
trying to invite some people.
this, this is how we
I was
do.
trying to invite some people, girl.
But that's just how we do. We improvise. Listen, it's Woman Worship Wednesday. We listen, and my sister,
Wednesday.
we on here. We're gonna continue to talk about all the great things that she has done.
Okay, I cannot. Okay, Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Gotcha.
Woman Worship Wednesday.
Look, let me sip
I
on
thank you
that.
guys for joining because this is the type of you want people that are authentically themselves who can be real, can laugh and giggle. It doesn't have to be scripted. This is real. We both real,
Yeah.
like, and that's the thing.
Well, people want transparency.
That's exactly what they got it. I know.
They got it tonight, didn't they? It's okay. I think they both know us enough. I think we run in the same circles. We know the same people. Some of y'all may not know me, but hey, I'm just an around the way girl, and we on
They
here
gonna get
doing
to
what we
know.
do.
They
Doing
gonna
what
get
we
to
do.
but this is a good thing. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
we want to get on and laugh. Like we probably don't talk every day, but when we do, we
Right.
get back together and we can laugh. That's true friendships. That's true real.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the great things that you're doing, and that's why I wanted you to come on tonight and highlight people on, all the things that you're doing. You already told them about, your organization. You told them
Mm-hmm.
about the girl Affirm Yourself. You told them about your father being a father's daughter advocate. Now
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk about the D.A.D.Y move mentoring program for the daughters of absentees fathers. Tell us about a little bit about that too as well.
Okay. So, as fatherless daughter advocates, first let me back up a little bit. Now that I am an advocate under the Fatherless Daughter Network, I am now qualified to train other advocates. So the women who are interested in the organization, once at a certain time frame, they will be able to train up under me to become advocates. We then become mentors. So I have a few ladies in the organization who are already mentors. They're not advocates, but hey, the advocate is just a title. We can mentor, right? We don't need a title to mentor our young ladies. So the center of my heart, right? I love the women in the organization. I love the young ladies. The young ladies are who we need to catch so that they don't continue the path of becoming dysfunctional young women. It's very important that we catch them and grab them by the hands to make them aware of why they're having these negative feelings and emotions. Why is it difficult for them to forgive and they don't even know what forgiveness is?
Yeah.
We want to lift them up and build them up in the most sacred places so that they can become whole, right? So that's what the D.A.D.Y mentorship program is about. It's just grabbing hold to our young ladies, our mentees in the communities, ages 10 to 17. Once they become 18 and up, they can become members of the Girl Affirm Yourself crew. So the mentorship program is the center of my heart. We have so many things planned on the calendar. You probably have seen me do, the bike rides and the back to school programs and the fashion shows, and we have etiquette classes lined up for them. Just so much that I'm excited. My first cotillion. It's just I desire to see them excel, but also believe in themselves. So that's what the D.A.D.Y mentoring program is about. Now, let me tell you about D.A.D.Y, D-A-D-Y. It's not D-A-D-D-Y. I started mentoring young ladies back in 2010 and 11. And I had a program called 66 Chicks. 66 Chick developed from where I'm from. I'm from one of the poorest counties in the state of Alabama. It's the 66th county, right? So I started a movement just to motivate the girls. And I had a t-shirt line and I would put them in fashion shows. And many of you may not know that I was a model for 8 years here in Atlanta. So I would teach them, modeling 101 and self-esteem workshops and all of that, right? Someone asked me, a guy with another Christian t-shirt line asked me what was 66 Chick is about. And I told him the spiel about what it was about. And he responded back on Facebook and he said, it's not about where you're from. He said, it's about where you're going.
Come on now.
And you talking about jumped up and ran around my room when he said that, because I felt that. He said, oh, I thought it was about the 66 books of the Bible. And that was a revelation, because at that time, I was at a standstill with 66 Chick. And I was seeking God for where he wanted me. What did you want me to do next? I've done this, put them in parades and put them in fashion shows. And I had a prophetic word that came to me a few months after that revelation that said, you think you're just modeling. That's what the prophet said. He said, you think you're just modeling. He said, I see you transforming lives all over the world, women and girls. I never was not thinking about being a motivational, transformational speaker, no kind of speaker. He said, I'm going to be sitting on my couch watching you on TV. And then another prophetess said it. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, what am I going to be doing? What am I going to be doing on your TV? I wasn't thinking that expansive. I was thinking, go back home, help the young ladies there. And that's all I was thinking. I wasn't thinking global at that time, right? But here we are. Everything that they said has manifested. So it went from 66 Chick to Nameica Speaks to Girl Affirm Yourself. And here we are. And I always knew that I wanted to mentor young ladies. But let me tell you, when our professionals tell us to niche down, I couldn't niche it down back then.
Yeah.
I just knew I wanted to help underprivileged girls. I couldn't relate to being underprivileged because I grew up in a privileged home. I never wanted for anything. So when young ladies would vent to me, I could only be empathetic and compassionate towards them. Right? So that goes back to having that experience with my daughter. God revealing to me why I was having those experiences with her. And then why the women and the girls were always coming to me. Mm-hmm. So that's what the D.A.D.Y. And D.A.D.Y. is defining and developing you. And my point was this. I named this organization in 2010, 11, one of those years. And I had no idea until I started Girl Affirm Yourself that the acronym was D.A.D.Y. That's how I know it was in alignment.
And it's definitely everything is on. Can you hear me? Because the echo thing.
I'm going to mute while you're talking just to see if that helps.
Okay. See, there we go. It's basically, it is aligning, and everything that you've been doing is just leading up, like they said, for your global, because I know that you already gonna be on TV globally, nationally, international, going and doing tours, because you said you're doing on tour for your because you just had an event. Tell them about your event that you had, because I know you didn't go into you didn't elaborate on that part, but you told them how what came out of the event, but you never explained the event that you had and how fabulous it was and how you're going to go on tour with it. Look, I'm speaking all over the U.S.,
Amen.
so tell us about that.
Okay, well, the event, I'm still high, and the people who attended are still high. God, oh, when I say he was in the room. So, the Girl Affirm Yourself Girlfriends Brunch, God gave me the vision for that last year. And I was so busy. For many of you who don't know it, I'm a copywriter and a lot of ghostwriters. Some of the books you see out there, I've written them. Some of the copy that you see on people's social media, I write it. Website content, I write it. I work for, agencies, and I'm also a freelancer, and I do it under my business. So I'm so busy copywriting, I'm trying to make these coins, because that's where my coins come from. And I come here and Gold Friends Brunch. So it really just was really haunting me every day, riding me. And I'm like, okay, God, what do you want me to do with this Gold Friends Brunch? I don't have time for that. I'm like, I don't even have the money to plan no brunch right now. Like, what did you want me to do? I reached out to a girlfriend of mine, our Alexis, my good girlfriend, like a sister here. And I texted her and I said, girl, I was like, this girlfriend's brunch won't leave me alone. I was like, God is telling me to host a brunch, an empowerment brunch. And every day there's a download. And she's like, well, what do you need me to do? That's a good friend, by the way. And she says, what do you need me to do? Do you need a space? You need me to help you find a space? What you want me to do? I couldn't even answer her. The next day, I had my first mentorship call with my business mentor, Miss Hustle Mama. I'm not sure, Dr. Stephanie Jones, if you guys are familiar with her. And I mentioned the brunch on our call, and she says, oh, I'll sponsor the space. You do what? You will sponsor the space, and I just talked to you for the first time today.
I catch it. I catch it. When you put something in the afternoon, I catch that way. Most people don't even get it. I catch it. Color,
Did you catch it? You caught it.
All of it.
So that was confirmation number one. That was just confirmations like, okay. And she cashed out me, and I transferred over to my business account, and I started looking for a space. And there we fellowshipped on January 23rd here in Douglasville, Georgia. And I planned for 50 women. The vendor tickets sold out within about 4 days. You remember that?
Yes.
Sold out within about 4 days. And people were asking me, and this is what we have to do to be obedient, because this is all a God thing. I am the vessel, right? I'm the instrument, right? It wasn't about money for me this time, right? People ask me, why was my vendor price so low? Why was my ticket price? Because that was the price that God gave me, and I rolled with it, right? And the tickets sold out before the deadline date, whatever that was. I was prepared for 50 people. I had to increase my table count, because when I closed the ticket sales, the people were coming. So I prepared for 80 seats. There were, between the vendors, the panelists, and the 80 seats that were filled to capacity, there were over 112 women in the room. I was preparing for 50 at my first thought. I thought that the Gold Friends Brunch would be a one-time event, and I began to get requests to bring the brunch to other places. That's right. The Girl Affirm Yourself membership Exclusive membership launched on the day of the event. I currently have from that brunch, from people either watching online or attending the event, I have 25 new members right now that signed up for the membership program. So out of those 112 people, and how many of our viewers that saw the brunch clips online, some people are ready to sign up. The website launches on April 1st. If you are a fatherless daughter, or if you feel like you are, or if you want to support the movement, or you just feel like you need a sister circle of support, I'm here, and we have 25 other ladies and counting. The brunch is on tour. Right now, I have confirmed 7 cities for the rest of the year where the brunch will take place. Hallelujah. And we will open up membership in each one of those locations. So what I thought was going to be a 2-city chapter is now a global chapter, a global movement. I have members in California, Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, where's another place? DC. And wherever we have members, there will be a chapter.
Come on now.
Where there is no chapter, we will have virtual members. So the membership is currently open at the same rate, ladies, that I opened it up at the brunch, and that's $20.22 for the first 30 days. And your monthly membership for the rest of 2022 is $27. So if you would like to support the movement, if you would like to become a sponsor, if you would like to be a partner, we have our Gold Friends directory. Once you become a member, an exclusive member, and as you can see, I like doing elegant things. I like extravagant events. So we're going to give you the time of your life, right? So you'll have a well-spent $27 a month. Our first new members meeting takes place here. I have a brunch planned for all of the new members for April 24th here in Atlanta. And the women are coming in town, and we have exclusive invites. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to come check us out, and you want to know what the Girl Affirm Yourself crew is about, we're giving exclusive details that you will only get by being a guest at the brunch. So message me if you want to come out, and I will send you a private invite to the brunch, right?
How can they go? Where can they go to find your information? I know you have a website. How can they get connected with you? How can they just listen, join the movement? I know you said the website coming April the 1st, but how can they just stay in contact with you? Because you do have amazing things going on, and they may want to fly out. Somebody might get flew out. Grabbing that, but I just said. And to be a part of everything that you got going on, you tell us your handles and things like that.
Sure. Follow me at Nameica Speaks on Facebook and Instagram. I got to get it popping on TikTok, y'all. I have a TikTok, but I ain't on there yet. I'm too busy building all the copy and the content for the website, so I don't have time right now for that. But you will see me.
I call it
Tutok.
I can't do it.
You can't do it.
No, can't do it.
I started doing it, but I'll get to it and when I have time to create the content.
I'm gonna have to hire you, a kid, because they gonna have to do it for me. Like, come on.
You can go to my website, www.nameicaspeaks.com. Right now, you will only see the landing page for Girl Affirm Yourself. So I have shut down the Nameica Speaks site until the Girl Affirm Yourself site has launched, and you can go to that landing page and you can read some brief details about the Girl Affirm Yourself crew, and you can enroll and make your $20.22 payment up until April 15th. 15th. After April 15th, the regular 2022 rate of $27 will kick in. If you have any questions, I'm very accessible. Do message me. I don't mind answering questions and giving more information and details. That's why I'm here. So I'm very accessible and reachable.
Well, your Alabama accent went all out the window because you put on your office accent tonight. Good night.
I'm not gonna fool with you, Chanel. That's an insider. That's an insider. Okay, everybody. I know how to turn it on and off. She's cracking on my heavy Alabama country girl accent. I know how to turn it. Listen, I worked in customer service on the phones for over 20 years, so I know how to turn it on.
You know I can switch that thing off real quick. That's why I noticed yours, because I can switch it on. I could be a Jennifer or I could be a Chanel.
Okay.
I had to just say that because we had a good laugh earlier about that.
Yes, we did. What did I say? Riley.
Yeah, Riley.
Riley.
Riley. Who's Riley? That's a girl. Her name Riley?
No, listen, let me tell you what probably kicked in. I had an older cousin. He was an older guy in the community where I grew up in, and his name was Riley. We used to call him Riley, Mr. Riley. So I might have been thinking about Riley.
Well, you did. Look, you switched that thing off real quick, and I love it because that's how you have to do it these days. I can. A lot of people can tell a lot about you by the tone that you talk or how you talk, and they judge you off of that, because sometimes when you call some places, they can already tell if you got insurance or you uninsured because the way you talk. I'm gonna just tell you that it's bad, and then the way you talk on the phone when you call different businesses, you already know the type of person because of the way that they're talking, and it's bad. They judge you off of that these days. They give you that attitude. The attitude soon as.
I'm gonna show you this. Now there used to be some writing on here, but I'm gonna show you this right here. Speaking of my experience, so when we work corporate America jobs, it's just a ladder to where God is taking us, right? So I went to college for residential interior design. Got pregnant with my son, moved back home to Alabama, moved back to Atlanta, and my first job was in a call center after that. I worked for Aetna Healthcare for 14 years before a layoff. This was the mirror that they gave me in 2001 when I started working there. And they drilled in us that we needed to look in this mirror when we were talking to the customers, because the customers could determine by the tone of our voice if we were in a good mood, if we were in a bad mood, if we were happy, or if we were sad. And that began the journey of affirming myself, because every day I looked in this little mirror, and I have had this mirror. Come on now.
I've had my
2001. And when I'm talking to my clients, I have one of those on my counter upstairs. When I'm talking to my clients, I make sure that this mirror is available, because I like when I look at myself. Hello, gorgeous.
Yeah. And that's a secret. That's a call center secret that most don't give out. And, and that's the first thing that people can hear is the way your tone. They can hear it. If you're smiling, they can hear it. If you're mad, they can hear it in your voice. I don't care how much you try to fake it, you can't. And I've learned that, like you said, I worked in the call center, about 20 years now. That was one of my, most paying jobs and I still feel like I work in a call center.
How you do?
I feel like I still work in a call center, but I work from home. But I used to work in a call center, but it's just we digital home now. But it's just it's very important to affirm yourself. So you guys listen, go to my sister's website, get signed up for her memberships, the organization. I'm gonna tell you, because it's very important that you deal with what's blocking you. And you might not know it's blocking you. I didn't know that was what was blocking me until now. And it was a revelation to me, and it's definitely blown my mind that that was my issue. That's my problem, you know? And so anything else you got going on, tell them it could before we go, because I know you got some other things you might want to, or some
Yes.
affirmation words or something encouraging words to the women out here, a little word of encouragement to them.
I will tell you another entity under the Girl Affirm Yourself brand is our Girl Closet. That's another give back that is near and dear to my heart. So,
Mm-hmm.
the Girl Closet is our in house donation center. Now, we volunteer and we do community service. So, one of the requirements is that our members have a servant's heart. We volunteer. As you can see, we go out, we donate to other charity organizations, but we have an in-house donation center called the Girl Closet. That is where I collect everything that makes a woman feel good and worthy and confident. I collect new and gently used clothes, shoes, accessories, hair products, toiletries, sanitary products, hair, everything that you would go into your local department store or necessity store that you can get. I collect those items because God has given me the vision to own and operate the world's largest luxury department store for women and girls.
Come on.
Why is that? It's because regardless of how often we fall on hard times, and I have had some hard times, and I've always been a working class mom, but because of the lack of provision on the father's behalf, I couldn't always do the things that I wanted and needed to do for my children, and especially my daughter. I was able to provide a lot more for my son than I was my daughter, right? And I saw the ramifications and the effect that it had on her. And I know what I felt during those times. I wasn't poor. Some people may be poor, but some of us may not be. But I want everyone to feel equal and the same. So, what I have decided to do is to do free pop up shops, to collect these clothing items, which I have a storage for them now, and prayerfully within the next 2 years, I'll have my own location, right? So that they can come in and shop the shelves. Think Macy's. That's the vision God has given me for the Girl Closet. And we collect fragrances, underclothes. So whenever we gather, and I got this concept, which I was inspired by another organization that I used to be a part of called the Classy Living Society. And every time we gathered, we were required to bring a donated item. I took on that concept for Girl Affirm Yourself to help build the Girl Closet and other organizations, right? Because it is better to give than it is to receive. And God tells us that when we give, it will be given back to us.
Come on.
Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So I always want to be recognized as an organization that gives back to our community members and the women and girls in need. And I know I like to look fabulous. You know you like to look fabulous. When you walk into the Girl Closet, we want you to feel worthy, confident, accepted, right? So the free luxury, the free luxury department store is a free shopping spree experience that makes women not feel needy when they need something, but just as though they were able to go and get the things they need in any other store. And that's what the Girl Closet is.
Well, that's can you hear me? Um, I just tell you, it's an echo, but still, we gonna get through this tonight.
I'm going to mute.
but I said that's so amazing. And I do the same thing next week on the 21st and the 22nd. I'm a part of the Cinderella experience where we're giving girls prom dresses, and I'm gonna be their personal shopper. I'm gonna encourage them. I'm gonna give them some words, and I also do a girls group called Women's Inspiring Girls Weeks program to stop generational incarceration for 13 through 18. And so I totally understand. I wanted to become the woman that I needed when I was a girl. And so that's basically what giving back, and what you're doing is being that woman to these young girls, which is going to make a huge impact on their life for the rest of their life. And I tell you, and I thank God for you doing that and him giving you that vision, and you're going to get everything that you need. I continue to pray, blessings over everything that you touch. You're going to continue to have all the resources. Everybody, people are going to come out the woodwork to help you and to sponsor you and to give you all the things that you need for these girls, because it's very important at a time like this that we start sowing into our women so that they don't become damaged. With sowing in our young girls, they don't become damaged women. It's better to, do it right now at this age that they're at than have to repair them when they get older. And so I just thank God for you. And is any other encouraging words before we go that you want to give to our young ladies, our women that's watching, our authors that want to be authors that need a ghostwriter? What can you give them?
If you're looking for any content services, I am here. As I stated earlier, I am an experienced copywriter. I write copy for website launches, email campaigns, email sequences, any type of copy that you need, social media captions. I do it all. As a ghostwriter, I do have a package for authors who have a manuscript and for authors who do not have a manuscript. I have a package for that. You can contact me via Messenger, the Nameica Speaks website. That content is there, but because right now my primary focus is on Girl Affirm Yourself, until that site is up, I have disabled all of the pages on the Nameica Speaks website. But you can contact me via the site and email at nameica.craig@gmail.com. You can contact me via email or girlaffirmyourself@gmail.com. Instagram at Nameica Speaks or Girl Affirm Yourself Creu. As it relates to what other services, speaking engagements, I'm also open for panel appearances. I'm also open for keynote speaking engagements, workshops, personal development seminars and workshops, virtual events. I'm open and booking for all of those services. If you're looking for a fatherless daughter advocate to speak in your community, at your schools, or any facility or program, I am booking currently and would love to have a conversation with you. Encouraging words for tonight. If you are a woman or a young lady or girl that feel like you're trying to fill a void, you no longer have to live the rest of your life trying to fill that void. You no longer have to blame yourself because daddy wasn't there. You no longer have to wonder. The Fatherless Network, the Fatherless Daughter Network, has designed a program that I'm certified under to help you answer all of those questions, to help you gain understanding, clarity, and provide the tips, tools, and resources you need to stop trying to fill those voids. If you're a woman that just wants to build confidence and you want to be a part of an organization of women who support each other, who cheer each other on, who's about building healthy relationships, friendships, and partnerships, then hit me up. Last encouraging word is that no matter who you are, male or female, you've already been affirmed. You do not have to look to the world for validation. Validation is for parking. And we know that anything parked is not moving. So I encourage you tonight to look in that mirror and affirm, speak words of affirmation. I am whole. I am valuable. I am wealthy. I am worthy. I am confident. I am secure. I am faithful. Whatever you desire to be, put the words I am in front of them. The words I am are the most powerful words that you can speak, but the power lies behind what comes after I am. If you're speaking any self sabotaging words, I encourage you to stop today. Stop today and replace those words. You can snatch them back out of the atmosphere. You can rebuke a word just like you rebuke the enemy, right? Because a negative word is one that is set out to cause you to have that type of dysfunction, disorder, disbelief, and dis-ease in your life. So snatch those words of discouragement out of the atmosphere and girl, affirm yourself. Or guy, affirm yourself. Thank you, Chanel. I want to say thank you again for having me tonight. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. And I like the environment that you create for us, not just me. I may not say something every time, but I see you. I'm probably working and typing and looking at the same time. So I see you, girl. And you are definitely a girl who has affirmed herself. Your daddy issues, come on over here to the Girl Affirm Yourself Creu Girl in for $27 a month. And I'm going to put in the atmosphere that you're going to be a panelist at the Riley. The Riley Girl Affirm Yourself Gold Friends brunch, okay?
Well, okay. Hold on. Well, you know already that if you call, I'll come. It ain't no. It's only certain people that can call me and I come. I'm gonna just tell you that now, and you one of them. So if you call me, we gonna set it up. You know, I'm gonna help you advertise whatever it is that you need to get it to be successful. Because when let me just tell you, when you lift your sister up, that you know it makes you shine as well. So I'm gonna just tell you that your event being successful in Raleigh, anything that I could do, even if I don't speak it, I still come in to support it because that's just who I am. And what you're doing is so amazing because, girl, affirm yourself. I believe in affirming myself. Let me just tell you that now. And so I do want to thank you for coming on. It's always, amazing things that you're doing. Y'all get connected to her. Y'all go to her page and sign up and get connected with somebody who's moving and shaking that you want to be a favorite connection with. I'm going to just tell you, it's been a blessing being connected to you because you inspire me so much to keep going. Girl, affirm yourself. Girl, affirm yourself. Hold on. It's one more thing we forgot to talk about. I got to unmute it. About your clothing line. Girl, affirm yourself clothing line. Hold on.
All right. So many of you, if you've been following me all the years we've been on Facebook, you know that I had a clothing line under my Elisha Designs brand. Well, what I have decided to do since I have the membership, the clothing line for Girl Affirm Yourself is exclusive to members only. So if you want to rock any of the attire that you would see any of our fabulous ladies rocking, because we have some, y'all know I love fashion. It's just always been my thing, always will be. I came from a fashionable household, right? And we love to look good and feel good. And I'm all about making the woman and the girl feel good from the inside out. We work on the inside first, y'all. So don't just think we showing up vain. No, we are working on the inside, and then we're gonna put on some gear that makes us really look good on the outside. Okay. And if y'all watch me, you know I love to dress up and I love to see other women look great. Okay. So the Girl Affirm Yourself attire we have on the website, once it launches, if you decide to join the Girl Affirm Yourself Creu, our boutique, online boutique, is called Boutique Girl Affirmed. And everything that you could possibly want will be there. Hoodies, two-piece sets, joggers, jeans, t-shirts, blouses. And our ladies, thank you for reminding me about this. Our ladies will be uniformed when you see them. So we have photo shoots and all of that scheduled so that you can see our beautiful women who are working on themselves from the inside out and showing up as their highest self before people who are all assigned to us. Because, like I have people assigned to me, those women have people assigned to them also. And so when we feel good, we look good. And when we look good, we feel good.
Come on. I do thank you for coming on again. I thank you for always saying yes. I thank you for taking time out your schedule. I'm so honored. And for you guys, like I said, go get connected to my girl. She's been my girl, and I affirm her. Look, I affirm her too. So, and I just tell you guys, I do want to thank you for joining Woman Worship Wednesday on tonight with your girl Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. I want you to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Definitely stay connected with us. You can watch past shows on there. You can watch shows that I did years ago that she was on as well. So I just tell you, you guys want to stay connected. Also, we have our Instagram page, which is Chanel underscore Monique, Monick. And then you go to ChanelMonique.com and get one of my books, my lip gloss. I got new lashes, a new lash line coming out. Get the lip gloss, the lash line I got coming out. We love lashes. When you get your lashes, you be like, girl. Without your lashes, you be like, girl. But when you get your lashes, you be like, girl. So look, oh, you need to tell me about your book. Hold on, come on now.
Look, girl. Girl Affirm Yourself, the daily devotional is Girl Affirm Yourself, 90 days to owning your fabulous. It's about the power of affirmation, believing and speaking who we are according to God's word and not who the world tries to get us to be. You can get that on Amazon. The link, I can post it once we're done. But I just wanted to make sure. I saw you hold your book up. I was like, girl, don't forget you got a whole book out here.
Come on now. You want her now to tell about your great accomplishments. This is a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, like I said, the books that I published and how well that they doing, it's a blessing. It's in just having that residuals, royalties coming. Girl, listen, tell them
Yes, royalties.
Yes, royalties. That's a source of income. I need at least 10 because my name's Chanel. So
I am actually making a note here in my phone to purchase your books. I saw you launch the book. You have two? Is it two?
I got like 4.
4. Ooh, let me get my coins together. I'm gonna order 1 or 2 at a time.
I did 4 because, like, every time, I like you said, girl, affirm yourself. I got affirmations for women. I'm a co-author. These are co-author books.
Okay, co-author.
Yeah, I co-author and join with other women because I love affirmations, like you just was talking about, affirming yourself. I love affirmations. That's my thing.
Yes,
and then
I love
prophesying and declaring it is speaking things over my life because what you speak in the atmosphere, you shall have. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. And
that's the one I'm gonna order.
Powerful. Huh?
That's the one I'm gonna order right there.
Yeah, your words are the power, and then the power you can curse yourself and you can bless yourself. And
that's right.
Listen, I mean, what you speak, you shall eat, you shall have. You eat the fruits of your words, and so
that's right.
And that's my thing with me being able to stay healthy and being diagnosed with lupus 11 years, and that's the way that I stay on the grind because listen, if I ain't doing something, I feel like I'm dying. So I'm always doing something. I did a lip gloss line.
I love it. I'm gonna order that too.
Yeah, the lip gloss line, I have like 10 different colors of eyelashes. My new eyelash line I just launched because I'm a person. I if I take my lashes off, I look like a little what's that thing?
Me too.
You know how the face look? Yeah, they be looking crazy, but
mine be like this.
Yeah, these look crazy. Close. Yeah, but you put your lashes on, you be like, girl, what? Yeah, I got my lashes on. I'm just saying.
Girl, sometimes I sleep with these things. My husband be like, will you put them windshield wipers on?
And that's the thing about them. People don't understand that they give you that confidence, and that confidence, you can hear it in your voice, you can see it in your walking. You you look good, like you said, you feel good, you look good.
That's
And that's that
right.
confidence that we need as women to continue. Don't worry about what a man say about it. The
That's
same man
right.
that's talking about our lashes be looking at the woman with the same lashes on, hollering at her too.
Come
So
on.
listen, I'm just saying, it was just, I just want women to be confident who they want to be, because that's the best version of themselves. Be the best version of yourself. Don't let nobody dictate what you look like or what you wear. I wish somebody would say, come Chanel, come take your hair. Huh? Wait, huh? Wait, wait.
You go ahead and put me a package together.
But listen, we can
Give
be
me
on
some
here all night.
Chanel.
I
Give
don't
me
want
some Chanel lashes and lip gloss and what else you got over there? Tracks.
to.
Got
Yeah.
some weave over. Some bundles.
Yes, and that's my next. I have celebrity style hair, but I'm gonna relaunch it too, because
Oh,
these
that's
are things.
right.
Yeah, these are things that I do. I do it without it. Like you said, like it's no question. I
Mm-hmm.
love my hair. I love my lashes. I love my lip gloss, and that's just who I am.
I've seen you with and without it, girl. You're just beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Whichever way, you're just
You
beautiful.
you as well, sis. But
Thank you.
dealing with the autoimmune
Mm-hmm.
disorder, you have to look good on the outside because you feel so bad on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's how you trick your mind. Is you look, like you said, I look in
Yeah.
that mirror and I say, "Girl, hey, gorgeous, hey," and you
Mm-hmm.
see, I say, "Hey, gorgeous" on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, gorgeous, hey, beautiful. Because you got, like I said, your words have power. And if you
Mm-hmm.
start calling yourself ugly, hey, ugly, you gonna believe you ugly. You
Now
know,
you see how that's twofold. You see that's a two-edged sword. How I talked about, see me not knowing how you feel with lupus can be with any disease or infirmity, right? So you said you feel bad on the inside. You have to dress yourself up so you can look in the mirror and feel good, right? That that external beauty reminds you of the beauty that's already on the inside. Come on.
yeah,
So it's twofold. It's a two-edged sword. You can't do one without the other. We know that if we eat right, if we work out, if we exercise, if we drink our water, that is feeding the internal by itself, the physical. If we're reading our word, if we're taking care of our mind, our mental, we're automatically going to start to look good on the outside. But when you put that extra enhancement on, regardless of how you feel that day. If I suffer from fibroids, if I am down and out and I have to get on here and do a live, or someone asks me to be a guest, I could be in so much pain. When I put these lashes on and do something to my hair and my skin, it transforms. It seeps inside, and that pain cease to a minimal level, right? But if I stay in the bed all day and sulk and talk about how bad I feel and when this gonna go, you're gonna remain, and then you're gonna look pale, you're gonna look sick, your skin is gonna be so. It's a two-edged sword.
it definitely. I just went through. I was depressed. I called therapy. Nobody would help.
Hmm.
And all I could do was think about, what do you need to do to get yourself back? Because if not, I'd have been out of work 2 weeks. I
Mm.
don't care. People on the phone, when I go to work, they can hear that I don't care. Like, I really
Mm-hmm.
don't care what you're going through. I'm going through something right now. And it was just, and my attitude was just on a whole nother level. But I had to get back, like you said, I had to get up, get myself together, get in my word. I had to think about it. You got to get in your word. You got to get yourself together. You got to clean up. You got to just affirm yourself. Go around your
Mm-hmm.
house speaking, I ams, I ams, I am.
Mm-hmm.
So once I started doing it, I'm gonna tell you that it changed my whole. I started being grateful, walking around thinking about what are you grateful for, Chanel? Somebody
Mm-hmm.
out there going through worse than you. I started looking
Mm-hmm.
at the war. I said, girl, we ain't got no war outside. You got to be grateful. You got to be
That's
thankful.
right.
Roof over your head, girl. You better be thankful. You got a source of income. You could stay out of work 2 weeks and then go back and like ain't nothing happened. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
better be grateful. It's just certain things I had to just start turning it around and just being grateful in my mind.
Mhm.
It reversed all of that, and my body started feeling better.
You can't pay me to complain about them gas prices because I work at home.
Yes.
So how much ever gas I need to put in my car, I'm gonna put it in there. When my daughter rides in my car, she puts gas in it. I'm not complaining because it could be worse. I could be driving back and forth to the office every day and spending gas money, but I'm not. So the little gas that I have to put in there, I'm grateful that I can put it in there.
That's right. That thing sit outside. I don't go nowhere. I said I eat at home. I got food in the house. I don't go nowhere. I said, you know what? I ain't even complain about the gas price because I don't go nowhere. I don't move my car. So I just thank God I got money to buy gas. So
Mhm.
it's about the mindset that you have, and you have to
Mhm.
change that thing. Once you change it, you will see yourself start progressing. And so I thank you for coming on tonight, because we
You
definitely
are
gonna have
welcome.
to join the organization and for the fatherless women, because I definitely have an issue with that, and I need to get that together. And it's
Okay.
look, we'd have been on here. We can be on here all night, but
Right, we'll be on here all night, won't we?
I do want to thank you guys for joining tonight. Go follow my girl. Make sure you stick close to her, because I'm gonna tell you, she is moving and shaking. She on fire, and I tell you, when she on fire, she taking sisters with her, and you gonna get
Man,
healed, delivered, transformed. You're gonna be a new person when you go and you be with her. I tell you. So I love you, sis. I can't wait to see you if we gotta meet in person, because we know that.
right, we never seen each other. We act like we're besties.
We've been friends forever. But you guys, y'all go and follow my girl. Y'all get her book. Y'all get signed up for the organization. Support my sisters with this support. This is our support our sisters session. So go ahead and support our sisters. And I'll put her page up. I'll put her a website up so that you can be supportive and show out and show up and show out for my girl. So I do thank y'all for joining tonight. Join us next Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. If you want to go watch the old version, the old shows, go to our YouTube page, subscribe to our YouTube page, share it, like it with somebody, look, tag a sister on here to
That's
watch it
right.
or inspire her, okay, as well. So we all gonna stay connected, okay? And I thank you guys for joining tonight. It's your girl, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com.